You ever wonder how they do word by word captions? What about this letter by letter size up? Today I'm going to show you all three of these. Let's jump into Fusion. Alright, I already got my words tapped into my Text Plus here. Let's jump into Fusion. Let's change the font to Impact. Let's adjust the spacing. And let's make the top red. So we'll box select this top row. Right click in the text box, go to character level styling. Go over to the modifiers tab. We're going to change the color to red. Let's change it to this red. Make this full screen. Zoom in a little bit here. Reselect these and we can move them down slightly. Go back to the text box and make it a bit bigger. Now if we go into the shading tab, we can adjust this priority. It'll be in front of our bottom row. Let's see how that looks. So we need to adjust that a little bit. So we'll go back into the modifiers tab, the transform, and we'll just raise it up a little bit more. And now still in the modifiers tab, we're going to deselect everything. We're going to right click and go to follower. Then we're going to go to transform. We're going to go to words. We're going to come down to size and we're going to set a keyframe on frame 0 and go to about frame 3 and set another keyframe on both size parameters. We'll go back to the beginning, just drag them both down. And then we'll go to timing and we can adjust the delay. And you'll see it animates word by word. Alright, let's go back to the edit page. So we want to go to the part of my timeline right when I finish saying captions, which should be right about here. And we'll open this back up in Fusion. If you didn't know, wherever you enter Fusion on the timeline, it's going to be the same frame. So this is right as I'm finishing saying captions on the edit page. And since my playhead's right here, we'll jump into Fusion and it'll be on that same frame. So we'll come up to the delay and we'll hold control and we'll just play with the timing until we see captions pop up. There we go. So if we play this, word by word captions. About this captions is finishing its animation right about there. So that's pretty good, but I think if we go in and play with the spline, we can make it better. So let's go into the template, open up your spline editor, X and Y, we'll zoom to fit, select our points, and let's smooth. And let's drag them something like this. We need to do both the X and Y splines. If you hold control, it'll only affect one side of the spline. Let's make them match. Now let's see what we got. You ever wonder how they do word by word captions? Pretty good. All right, but our captions are too high, so let's go back into Fusion, select our template, we'll go into the regular inspector, go to layout, and let's move everything down. So if we hit shift space and we bring in a media in node, select this, hit Control T, and come up here and select this to background instead of timeline. We can see where to position our words. So let's adjust this, maybe right about there, or about chest level. It also helped with audio playback. All right, let's go into the template, go into settings, turn on motion blur. Let's turn it to 6. All right, it looks pretty good. There's one more touch we can add. We can go into the modifiers tab, go into the follower, go into the transform tab, and we're going to change the pivot. You got to set a keyframe before it will change anything. Go back to the follower. Let's see, right about here so we can see what we're doing. If we adjust this pivot, now we can see the angle at which the words fly in changes. Just make sure you keep one keyframe. I had to go back and delete the first one. But as you can see, this will change the angle at which the words fly in. Now let's go back to the edit page, and right about here, I'll trim off our text plus, and I think I'll just have it fade out. So this is what we got. You ever wonder how they do word by word captions? Sorry to interrupt, but real quick, if you go to my website and sign up for the newsletter down below, you'll receive not only my editing workflow checklist, but a cheat sheet for Resolve shortcuts. Really handy, definitely go check that out. Also, if you like the music and sound effects in this video, they're brought to you by audio.com. Use my link and code in the description and you can save 70% off of your subscription. Not to mention, everything in this video was graded with the Cancer. Save 10% at checkout with code SLEEVELESS. Now back to the video. Alright, I already got my captions typed into my text plus. Let's jump into Fusion. Let's change the font to Impact. Make it a bit bigger. Adjust the line spacing and the tracking. Move it down. Let's go into the shading tab and change element 1 to a gradient. And we can play with this till we get something we like. Go back and make them a little bit closer together. Now right click in the text box, go to follower, go to modifiers. We're going to go to transform, leave it on character, go to size. And I should stop my sentence right about here. So let's jump back into Fusion, set a keyframe on Y. Go back to the beginning, set another keyframe, and drag it all the way down. All right, let's adjust the timing. Let's up that timing a little bit. Now let's open up our spline, zoom to fit, select all our key points, right click, go up to ease and go Outback Cubic. Let's see what we get. Let's go into the regular inspector on our template, go into settings, crank up that motion blur, and we have something like this. And we can exaggerate that a little bit more if we want to. Maybe crank this up to 4.5 frame delay or 0.45 frame delay, somewhere in there. Now we need an out animation. So first let's trim this down. We want this to end about here. So we start our next animation. Let's have our out animation start right about here. Let's go into template. Make sure we're on the modifiers tab. We'll go to text, we'll right click and let's add another follower. Let's go to transform, let's set it to words. Let's set a keyframe right here on frame 52 on X and Y. Let's go to the end. Go back to follower 2, set another keyframe, and let's move everything off. About right there, and let's go to our timing. And let's just up this slightly. So now let's see what we have. We gotta smooth that spline. We'll select this displacement here, and let's just smooth it out. What about this letter by letter size up? Today I'm going to show you all three. Alright, got my text plus set up here. Let's jump into Fusion. And I'm going to change the font. Mess with the sizing a little bit. Let's move it down. Right click in the text box and let's go to follower. Modifiers, go to shading, let's set keyframe on opacity about frame 50, go back to the beginning and drop it down. Let's go back and see where I finished my sentence. Today I'm going to show you all three of these. So right about there, we'll open this in Fusion here. And let's go make sure we're in the modifiers tab, go to timing, hold control, and just play with the delay. Maybe something like 0.43. Let's call it 0.4. So that's what we have right now. And let's select all our keyframes in the spline editor and we'll just smooth it out. Then hold control and let's make the spline something like this. All right. Now in the same follower, let's go to the transform, keep it on characters, and let's go about frame 60. Set a keyframe on Y, go back to the beginning, and let's change the Y rotation to 90. And let's see what we got. That's pretty good, but I think it'll look better going the other direction. So let's go back to our first keyframe and make that a negative 90. Make sure all the keyframes are showing. And we'll uncheck opacity, select our keyframes for just the Y angle, smooth that out. And let's make it the opposite of our opacity slider. So we should end up with something like this. I think our rotation is too slow, so let's go back and let's make a keyframe on 48 on Y, and we'll set that one to 0, and then get rid of the other keyframe. So let's see what we get. All right, let's mix it up a little bit. Let's select our rotation keyframe, smooth it out, and let's make it faster. Then switch over to our opacity spline, make it slower, something like that. So we end up with I think we can make the opacity a bit more pronounced. Slow the rotation down. Drag this back. And now, there we go. I think that looks pretty good. All right, let's come up with the out animation. Let's see. Let's trim down our text plus. Let's have our out animation start right about here. Let's go into Fusion. And make sure template select to go into the modifiers tab. And let's click and add another follower. Let's go to transform. Let's set it to words. Let's set a keyframe on Z. Let's go to the end and we'll make this really big. We might have to enter a custom number like negative 0.09. So that way it's flying out. Let's go to timing. Let's up the delay till we just can't see it right on that last frame. Let's change the order to random but 1 by 1. And we're going to have to go back into the transform tab and adjust our Z offset again. So let's crank this up until everything's gone. 0.1. Let's see how this works. All right, now let's open up our spline. Make sure we just have Z offset selected, zoom to fit. Let's go back to the beginning, or zoom to fit, hit S, select our keyframes, hit S. So we can drag out this beginning easing. Crank this up. Let's see what we got. Let's adjust our easing until all of our words disappear. Back a little bit more. Might have to play with our timing. Turn the delay down. 0.2. See how that looks. All right, today I'm going to show you all three of these. Let's jump into Fusion.